calm down, you know how to get.
With Endurance, you'll never pay out of pocket for car repairs again.
Wait, really?
I've had to.
Yo, here we are, a day before Little Dirk is set to stand trial that's going to determine the rest of his life. He's in a world of trouble, but before we get started, you know what I need? Subs, likes, hype side bet. Man, how many of y'all is out here right now? I got something for y'all, and it's called Current. I'm actually jacking the app, and that's why I partnered up with them. Current is an online banking app. You can get up to a $750 paycheck advance if you qualify. Bill Card helps you build up to 80 points on your credit score in like 6 months if you do the right things. You got fee-free overdraft. You can get paid up to 2 days faster by switching over with your direct deposit. Up to 4% on Saving Pod, and you got 24/7 live support. And right now they're giving out 75 cash to anybody that uses my QR code or my links. Once you scan the QR code, just go through the motions. It'll take you right to the sign-up page. Once you finish with everything, just order your current card. Once you unlock that promo code, that's when you get your $75 bonus when you switch to direct deposit. You going through it, if you're stressing over your money, you ain't getting your drink fast enough and all of that, don't worry. Current has got you covered. Current can't go wrong. So bad enough, Little Dirk is already in a situation that he's completely counted out. Like, I don't think any of us look at this and say, oh, Dirk is going to beat this. There's more developments that's happening. And these developments, I can't say that I didn't see it coming because dude been letting niggas know what he was going to do for a long time. And when I say dude, I'm talking about OTF Jam. See, when people start throwing words around like Ratlanta and they start saying stuff about New York and how we have all these rats, ratting is not something distinctive to a region. People who want to tell just want to come home. Pusha T made a great record, about it. Sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home as far as an acronym for snitch. Now, I'm not sitting here to like victim blame or put it on this or that and the third. I'm speaking about this to totally bring awareness about the streets. While there are tons of people who want to celebrate the streets and they love the streets and they love everything that the streets has brought and given them, you have to understand that niggas telling on you is just as much as a part of all the goods you feel like you've experienced. So I want to go back because OTF Jam used to post stuff like this on his social media all the time. And when I first seen his page, it looked like a fake page, so I never really paid it any mind. But this is something that OTF Jam put up maybe a year or two ago. It says 726 East 146th Place, South Highland, 30 this for anybody else that feel like this nigga writes crazy. Like I'm doing something Sammy the Bull didn't do. I'm dropping my own location, fresh out on house arrest. I'm trying to see who trying to get it in blood. It was a whole lot of woofing when I was in jail. Now it's time to show and prove. Now, one thing about OTF Jam, because like I said, I thought it was a fake page because it was like little to nothing on the page, but it was always like these stories going up. He's been adamant, extremely adamant about him telling, him cooperating. See, there's a few things that we'll go through that we'll cover today regarding this Dirk situation. But this is an update from Trap Lord Ross. See, the thing about me is that I'm not going to discriminate. There's things that Trap Lord Ross does that I might not approve of, but he has the update. And we're going to watch it, and we're going to understand it, and then we're going to go into all of the other things that we will talk about today regarding Lil Durk.
So I'm here at the federal courthouse after the Lil Durk hearing, and we just have some very, very interesting information about, possibly the most well-known alleged cooperator in this case, OTF Jam. Now, there was a crazy back and forth where they brought up a bunch of things about Jam. They said that the song Back Again was going to be used. I'm not going to lie, I was happy to hear that because that's like one of my favorite songs. But obviously, in that song, he talks about, Jam got out of that jam, I gave him 50,000, he ain't got to ask again. Well, they're basically saying that Jam is going to testify and cooperate and say that that 50,000 that Dirk gave him that he rapped about in Back Again, which bear in mind was made before King Von even died, but Jam is going to testify and say that he believes that he was given that money basically as like, as a show of loyalty to basically kind of get, some kind of like future, as basically not like a prepayment, but basically like on the hopes that in future he might be able to do things for him. He might be able to slide for him. Now, what's crazy is that he's allegedly gonna testify that actually when they were filming a music video, at some point, okay, this is absolutely crazy. At some point, all right, Dirk and a bunch of the other members apparently confronted Jam in a bathroom. They took him into the bathroom, which is super weird, and they apparently confronted him, and they basically said, "You moving too hot, you're gonna get us jammed up. You got to be more careful about committing murders, and you're gonna get the feds on us." Now, apparently, that wasn't talking about the Pab murder. Apparently there's other murders, and it sounds like he's actually going to admit to the feds that he was doing all kinds of murders that haven't even been prosecuted by the sounds of it, not even related to this murder, and that he was basically a top hitter in OTF and for the Black Disciples, and that it was really that serious, and Jam was doing all that. So Jam's name came up a couple times. So another area where Jam was brought up, they basically talked about this federal freestyle, and they said that, it's funny because the prosecutors literally said, look, Jam wasn't known as a good rapper. He was known as a hitter, a killer for OTF and for the Black Disciples. He was known as a Black Disciple hitter, and that's why he was put on this federal, ironically named federal freestyle. And that was basically as like, as a favor for Jam. They were saying that was almost like to solidify his place in the ranks of OTF and the dirt that he was going to or had already committed for the crew. And they basically said that apparently Jam is going to testify that he was in the federal freestyle, and that he basically is going to say that, look, he felt like if he didn't do the murder, if he didn't participate in this hit, that he felt like he would be included in these there's all types of sirens going on right now, it's crazy. But basically that they feel like Jam said that he didn't feel like he would have been included in all the OTF things that were going on, these opportunities, if he hadn't participated in that murder. And the last thing I'm going to say is that they said outright that apparently Jam was recruited for the Lil Pab murder by Booty Mo, and they basically said that Booty Mo had said to Jam specifically that Dirk, but referring to him as Blood, he wants to fly you out for this murder. And apparently that's all going to be testified to. That's not looking great, to be honest with you guys.
None of this is looking great. None of this looks like it falls on the side of favor when it comes to Little Dirk. See, the thing about OTF Jam, which I always wondered, was when I remember seeing videos of a lot of these guys, and I remember looking at Dirk's age and, him saying stuff about him bailing people out and all of that shit. And keep in mind, it's no secret that all of these niggas is in the gang. This is not information for the police. This is just basically what it is. Now, OTF Jam, once upon a time, got bailed out by Dirk. And then Dirk did this video and posted this video on his social media. And this is why I be saying all the time, if y'all gonna be committing acts of like murder and all these other things, why do y'all have these people's faces shown? Not as if y'all just for you to get away with it, but y'all got to think a little bit smarter, because y'all paint more than enough pictures for these feds to come after you. And then when they come after you, y'all niggas want to play dumb. Y'all want to act, oh no, I ain't do nothing. Now, Jam, I'm pretty sure that at the time that this video was taken, you didn't look at him as being a rat or nothing like that. But like I said before, man, telling is not distinctive to region. Any one of these niggas get into a jam, a real jam, no pun intended, and he already did 12 years, they're going to want to get out of it. But look at this video with Dirk and OTF Jam.
What's name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Look, bro. You know, they want me to cry. Go see that. Feed him. Baby. Tell me, I got hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this for 2 months. Man,
We're ordering wings, pizza, and drinks. It should be $40 each. I'll send a payment request in the group chat.
I'm good. I'm intermittent fasting right now.
oh, you sit up there doing all this, sneak this and internet games and all this. Hustle, money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do it. Whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Now that I'm ready to do what I want, y'all can't do that, bro. Bro, got out what? How many you did off? And the year I did it off? Yeah. That's what that be. 12. 12. That boy popped out 12 years. Man, so much money. Really just getting in the order, just figure out lanes, man, boy. This shit feels so good, man. 2 lawyers, man. I tell about the bill you got. Everything. Man, it's close.
That man did 12 years. If you think he about to do another second on the behalf of any of that shit that was going on, the 50,000 he was given, you're sadly mistaken. And I'm not saying that I agree with him or agree with this situation, but this is just what it is. It's like a foul in a basketball game. It's a part of the game. It's something that happens. Now, I want to go back again to one of Dirk's songs, Federal Nightmares, that he dropped back in 2022, right? And if you heard this album, then you know this. And I feel as if Dirk kind of prophesies what he's going through right now. It says, and this is the first verse, delete my iCloud if they really own me, though. When trial come, it ain't your phone, it be your homie, though. He on the stand with his head down like he don't know me, though. It ain't no point in getting a lawyer if your homie told. He was with you on them late nights in them fast cars and them ski masks. If you mad, then I'm mad, then he mad. He glad, incredible witness. Got every code to my keypad. Couldn't hold it down, nigga jumped off the deep end. Federal nightmares. See, this is the thing, man. These brothers who are so talented, y'all niggas done used all of these different powers for so many different things, and I don't know how this is gonna go for Dirk. But I'm just saying, it's like they're already trying to use lyrics against him. They are. It's already been reported that this also happened. They got a chance to crack a bit into one of his phones. Now, this phone, they did a soft crack. I don't know what that shit means. You know, they got motherfuckers that's hacking GTA 2 and 3 years before it comes out, let alone they having trouble getting into Dirk's phone saying that they need a password and all that. We'll read through that. But it's not even those things. It's what's been said to be in his phone. It says proof that the conspiracy continued following SR's murder will be presented through anticipated cooperative testimony and exhibits. For example, the government will seek to admit Exhibit 125, which is a text thread between a burner banks, that is correct, and multiple co-conspirators, including defendant Wilson. Conspirator 4 and co-conspirator number 5, specifically on December 25th, 2022. Defendant Banks sent a text message and voice recording telling his co-conspirators that an affiliate of TV's reached out to squash the rivalry and ask for peace. Defendant Banks told his co-conspirators he rejected the peace offering, stating, I'm not hopping on the phone to squash a rivalry because it's the thing and Example 125, emphasis added. It says, he continued, call me about peace, take a piece of the switch, referencing the machine gun like the one used by the co-conspirators to kill SR on August 19th, 2022. A voice message defendant Banks sent to his co-conspirators immediately after. Oh my God. This is going to be one of the greatest examples for y'all to show kids who want to be in, this type of lifestyle. See, y'all use people to come in and speak to the kids. No, show them. Somebody's going to do tons of documentaries about this, however it goes. But please show them, if this goes in the wrong direction for Lil Durk, this is going to be the greatest piece of testimony, content-wise, that somebody will create to show the youth everything you shouldn't do, even though they're going to take a swing at this shit. Because there's another alleged text message that was discovered.
Fresh lemonade!
Sorry, kid, I don't get paid till Friday.
Just use Bridget and get up to $250 instantly, with no credit check, interest, or late fees.
You are strawberry or regular?
Download the Bridget app and get $50 to $250 instantly.
Out of bounds, it'll be Indiana's ball.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't
on
the
same
page there.
This is allegedly supposed to be from Dirk and Quando Rondo having a back and forth, and it says, stay safe. And the reply is, come on, cuz, you know me. I ain't fearing shit, but we could dead this shit off the social media. Let's talk this out in person, no one else, just us, followed by do a show. You good, folks, with 100 emojis. Now, it's public information and public knowledge that something happened after one of Quando Rondo shit. It also says, I don't believe that big bro, What you want?
Trash ass
nigga.
And it's going to be a transition.
He says, like I said, and this is a legendary bird, like I said, stay safe. Then he replies, everything. I'm ready for whatever. We can talk that shit out, or it's whatever, because I want to get
Oh, why you running, nigga? What? Why did you just stand there, nigga? Stupid ass nigga, man.
They said that this trial is going to take maybe 2 to 3 weeks to complete. But there's going to be so much stuff. Remember when they said they have like 250,000 pages of like discoveries and crazy shit regarding Dirk? And I know there's tons of people that are disrespectful to Dirk because he has Brian Steele, Bruce Finley, and other attorneys on the job, and they doing what they're supposed to do. But none of this is pointing to Dirk. Let's just call it what it is. When you walk the fuck outside, you see it look great, you assume it's going to rain. And why is that? Because it's clouds. And in this shit, it's tons of clouds now. Here's another report by Trap Loros. Let's listen to that, come back, and talk a little bit more about what's currently going on with Little Dirk's.
I'm here outside the courthouse. I just saw Little Dirk's last hearing, and there was a lot of really big information.
Why are you here, bro? Oh my god, bro.
But I'm gonna hit you with
this nigga. Oh man, yo, this nigga need to get his ass whooped, bro. This nigga is such a lame. You're such a lame, dude. You're not even from the States, nigga. You're doing all this research and shit, your lame ass, nigga.
There was a podcast clip of the 6ix9ine and West
niggas like him who need to get their ass beat, bro.
Wanted to use
doing all this research for what?
Defense for Dirk was fighting.
Nobody even like.
And now look, before I get
look at him, he's excited. He can't even talk straight. Look at him.
He's cooperating, or that he's part of this case. Same goes for 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine's not cooperating against Dirk. He's not part of the case, but
bringing up all types of names.
And 6ix9ine was brought up. The feds are planning to use it as evidence. They're saying this is evidence that this podcast that 6ix9ine was talking his shit against Dirk, talking about, slide for one. He said that people were going to slide if I die. This is the murder rate, this is going to slide every day. All of that stuff, they're basically saying that this was evidence that this podcast blew up. It was one of the biggest aspects of the Slide for One campaign. The feds literally just said it themselves that 6ix9ine and Whack 100 on that podcast, that was like the all-star team of the Slide for One campaign. They're saying that people, they were basically saying that, they said that a confidential witness claimed that Dirk had seen the clip. Dirk's defense were arguing, no, they hadn't said that he specifically been sent the clip, but he acknowledged that, the clip was going around. The clip was a very popular, element in the Slide for One campaign that was going on. And they pretty much explained that, like, the confidential witness is going to testify that Dirk either saw the clip or was aware of it, and that basically there was a conversation.
There's the 3.
Basically saying that, like, this whole 6ix9ine Whack 100 conversation was, like, very, very negative to Dirk's mindset. It was a big part of why he wanted to go and Slide for One. And people are saying, they talk online about Slide for One, I know they trolling me. That's what they were talking about. They're saying that this is one of the instances, this is one of the most famous and popular instances of people saying Slide for One, and it was when 6ix9ine sat down with Whack 100 talking all kinds of craziness about
this game away early, and they should take
what Dirk should or shouldn't have been doing that podcast. It was crazy. I can't believe it. I'm going to give you more breakdowns of everything else going on after this, but
I know. Nefarious and insane work, right? Podcasts being brought up in a federal trial. Basically saying that this points directly to what's going on. Now, this could all be hearsay, but they're asking for this not to be admitted to the evidence because it does paint a picture. We are in a crazy time. Minority Report, any movie that you could think of that, foresees things happening and the prevention and seeing how people can be judged or bad. That's what we got. But it also doesn't help that you got a nigga like OCF Jam and 2 other alleged co-conspirators or people who are cooperating with the government against him.
That's crazy.
See, as I look at all of this, and like I said before, I do stuff like this and I speak about it not because it's just the hottest topic, but to talk to you. This is not a route you want to go. This is not what you want to do. When you think about being in the game, when you signing up for that, you have to sign up for everything. And this is a part of it. Never mind the handshakes, the colors, the so-called camaraderie, because guess what? Most people that I know that was in gangs always beef with somebody within their gang, even these sets. It's a lot of set tripping that go on. It's a lot of bullshit that happens from the people that's supposed to. But if you was wondering what they wanted to use, this is the clip that they may admit into Little Dirk's trial.
It's on my chest. They know the exact nigga that put a fucking 10 bullets in King Von and he died there by himself. But nobody slapped sleep for that nigga. I see you on Instagram saying, yo, go slap for that nigga. Y'all know what y'all saying? Yo, I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Nigga that kill that nigga. Hold on. Why this nigga not shooting? Nigga. I discovered King Von. King Von died. I don't know no politics. Why this nigga not starting on this? How do you know what they do? Because it ain't publicized on social media. How do you know? How do you know? If we didn't have this conversation.
And we all know that 6ix9ine could get a fuck. You know why? Because when they was beefing with him, when they was dissing him, this is his rebuttal, this is his revenge. I mean, if you look at it from his standpoint, objectively, I don't fuck with what he do or what he's done, but if you look at it from his standpoint, objectively, it looks like he's the winner. And that's crazy. Because he already jumped on his Instagram story and posted this.
So 1996 babies, are you millennials or are you Gen Z? You make a heart like this and like this. Interesting.
And it says, crashing out because of Mexicans with rainbow hair. And he posted a clip from Trap War Wars. Little Dirk trial starts tomorrow. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. I personally, and I can honestly look at it from my standpoint, I think he has absolutely too much stacked against him. From the phones that they can't get in, they don't know where these text messages came from, they just see screenshots, they say that they don't actually know it's him or not, but then they saying that they got voice notes. This shit is not shaping up for a bright future for Lil Durk. But that's not what it's about currently. If you got a son, a niece, a nephew, a daughter, and they fucking around in these streets, please let them know that this is not distinctive to them being from Chicago. This is not distinctive to being from LA, New York, Pennsylvania, wherever. If you're in these streets, them shits is gonna eat you and swallow you. No pause, straight up. Like, if that's what's gonna happen, they're going to destroy you. Try to divert as many of these young men and women that you can from away from the streets, because this is their future, this is their fate. Little Dirk, while he might be a lot of people's favorite rappers, he's looking at being a lifetime enemy. And that's not nothing to joke about. This should be very serious, but y'all tell me how y'all feel. Knowing that Dirk has all of this stuff stacked against him, knowing that they're trying to admit these podcast clips, and they want to, use this phone, and now he has another guy, this OTX Jam dude, that's basically going to testify that all that money he was playing with in that video, that was for future hits. What do y'all think about that? This is how I do it myself. I am winning. For the ones that rock with me, they know you're doing. For the ones that don't, eventually you will. And this audio is brought to you by the Black Effect Network.
They find a way to get great position inside. So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Hey guys, it's the favorite up here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below. I don't know, man. All y'all niggas right here. Come for the fort. Set up there. Shock. ESPN reported earlier today that the NBA found no evidence showing the LA Clippers owner Steve Barber funneled money through the team sponsor to pay Kawhi Leonard in order to circumvent the salary cap. But a few hours later, the NBA spokesman Mike Bass issued a statement saying the ESPN article regarding the LA Clippers investigation for which the NBA declined to cooperate contains numerous and significant inaccuracies. The result in this matter will be made clear once the investigation is concluded.
They got to make up their mind. Is it concluded or is it not? I tell you what. I tell you one thing. I think this. I'm not sure being an Adam Silver is one that doesn't play, especially
now. He's different now. He's different than David Stern now. He's more of a aggressive. He's more friendlier. He's more player friendly.
No more mean.
David Stern got to have all the players. Man, it don't matter.
He don't care. But I'm just saying, for a report to come out today that they found no evidence, right?
To the middle.
I mean, at this point, what else is there to talk about in general? It's Steve Ballmer, he's free, he's good to go. So Kawhi can now go to Toronto.
Yes. But my question, Joe, is how does a player? Because what's the likelihood, Ocho? You play for the Eagles.
5 points in the game.
These high-end sponsors, they're paying you back then $5 million a year. They're paying you $10 million a year. What's the likelihood of that? What's the likelihood of he having deals for $28 million? Being reported the deal was for $28 million. What's the likelihood of that?
And you know what? I know here in LA, and that's a huge market, and I know that's possible, but
I don't know. I'm trying to think what, unless you are messy, because here's the thing. It's not like his personality, he's not charismatic, he's not and Kobe, yes. Magic Johnson, yes. Somebody that's charismatic, that's charming, that can woo, that I want to have and going to come speak and carry on, that's not what Kawhi is. And that's not, that doesn't, hey, as Joe would say, that don't make him no bad brother. Right. But I'm saying charismatic and charming is what sells.
Well, places come with important to you, so it's important to all states. Home is where you make all your best memories.
Indiana with a rebound.
Nice work, you two. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with all states.
Whatever you think, you can make it a real thing with Canada. That makes anything a thing.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was fishy in the first place. I did too. I'm like, man, I didn't have enough to pay him off the court. $20-some million. I mean, hey, bro, the type of money Ballmer got, come on, man, you ain't gonna be able to keep up with that.
No. But here's the thing: if it was an isolated incident, you got the Toronto Raptors reporting that he wanted outside stuff. You got the Lakers reporting it, and now you have a situation where some details that starts to arise and says, okay, look, this company, that company, and there were some emails. I think Pablo Torre, somebody sent some emails or something. Maybe there's a whistleblower or something going on, and that Tronic. Seemingly, it was probably one of the worst kept secrets in the league, I guess.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go.
They had to do a deep dive to try to catch him on this one, boy.
Here's Maxey.
Hey, I'm way above my pay grade, bro.
Man, I don't see nothing. Man, what? I don't see what y'all. I don't see it. It's right there. Where?
George's shot is off.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a prime example of what's going on right now.
I don't want to find nothing. I ain't gonna find it. Hello.
Exactly.
Because it's going to be a bad look, but all it does is going to give people, because they're going to say we did this. All we did was what the Clippers did. And now, literally, you got guys that if they just go show up, they do an autograph signing. They go up and take pictures. All you've done is open Pandora's box. You know? It's just, look, go ahead, Ojo.
Well, the good thing is, too, even if you set a precedent for other teams to be able to do it, even if you have an open Pandora's box, is you have to understand there are only a handful of players like that you have to do that with. Only a handful. You talk about this, you know, this is privilege for the elite of the elite. How many elite of the elite are there in the NBA? Only. So
what would I do for Shea?
Come on, man.
What would I do for Jokic? What would I do for that man? What would I do for Giannis? What would I do for Jason Tatum?
It's time to
Meaning if you're in a bidding war and you know he's teeter-tottering from team to team, like, man, I want to go into the Lakers, but I wouldn't mind coming to the Clippers. Man, you got to do something to make me feel good. Huh? Hey,
you got to have some kind of
because the home team,
you got to have some kind of
home team, Ocho, can give you an extra fifth year that might be for $70 million.
And that's a tough shot.
The other team can only give you 4 years. So how am I gonna make it? I mean, I really want to come, but how am I gonna make up $70 million?
I like the way you think now.
Big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, put so much pressure on the defense.
The
defense was a little soft.
If somebody wants you bad enough, they can find a way to get it done. And he got unlimited pocket. When you work the kind of $170 million, I don't know how much. I mean, think about it. Even $1 million. If I spend $1,000 a day, every day, I started spending it before Christ was born. I still couldn't spend it all in a lifetime. So imagine $178 million. And what's $28 million to him? Nothing. They ain't now, Joe. That's $17,000. That's $17,000. Okay, that's $17 to the average person.
Outside Maxey.
That's what $28 million is.
And it's good for two.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. To have that kind of money, that, like, really, there is nothing in this world that you could not buy. Nothing. And then you got Musk at $700 billion, $240 billion, $250 billion, $230. Hey, how Obama make his money? How he make his money? He was the CEO. Microsoft. Oh, was it? Yes.
Good things come to those who take great shots.
I finally found the perfect sectional for my family. And no, it didn't cost me an arm and a leg to get it. Right now at Ashley's Labor Day sale, you can save up to $1,000 store-wide. That's right, $1,000. Shop now.
Right side. Outside Neesmith. And he hits the jumper for two. Neesmith's got his first bucket.
Yeah, I remember a couple of months ago where we covered AB and Dean Great, and I suggested that this could be a great show or a complete disaster. Y'all about to find out how it's going, but before we get started, you know what I need. Sales lights, hype. Man, how many guys out there right now? I got something for y'all, and it's called Current. I'm actually jacking the app, and that's why I partnered up with them. Current is an online banking app. You can get up to a $750 paycheck advance if you qualify. The gift card helps you build up to 80 points in your credit score in like 6 months if you do the right thing. You got fee-free overdraft. You can get paid up to 2 days faster by switching over with your direct deposit. Up to 4% on Saving Pod, and you got 24/7 live support. And right now they're giving out 75 cash to anybody that uses my QR code or my links. Once you scan the QR code, just go through the motions. It'll take you right to the sign-up page. Once you finish with everything, just order your Current card. Once you unlock that promo code, that's when you get your $75 bonus when you switch to direct deposit. You going through it, if you're stressing over your money, you ain't getting the drink fast enough and all of that, don't worry. Current has got you covered. Current, can't go wrong. AB, being good. What did they doing with this shit? What did they have going on? AB a couple of months ago, he was training. He wanted to change his life and get back in health and do what he needed to do because I was hearing that he was going to compete as far as boxing again. But he is doubled and tripled and quadrupled down on just being a nigga on the internet acting a fool. He had essay allegations from the girl who he was on screen with, that he grabbed her ass and she walked up. Then she tried to follow suit. I don't know what that meant. But the allegation is still there. There's multiple times you've seen him crazy.
Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. We'll be right back.
The way that y'all act on camera, y'all niggas is out of pocket. Y'all doing too much. What you think them niggas is? Hell no.
Two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4.
If he was sitting down, y'all see his stomach. Making bloated and looking crazy, right? All types of stuff could be happening in there. Who the fuck knows? But now, Being great gets a call from a doctor that says he could be having a pancreatic issue. Let's watch the video.
The doctor just texted me and said, hey, he has pancreatitis. Alcohol is going to kill him if he doesn't stop in 3 years, in the next 3 years. The fuck? Look, where's pancreatitis? Somebody else is texting me saying, make sure AB don't drink seriously. Her mom just died 42 in her sleep from end-stage liver damage. That shit is real. Damn, man. Oh, shit, inflammation in the pancreas.
See, this is why we have to educate ourselves on our health. I have lived long enough to see a lot of my friends are now passing away due to health concerns and health reasons. And you know one thing about niggas? They don't go to the doctor. Whenever
It's over.
or think something wrong, they just start drinking tea, take an antibiotic or two, and start washing really hard. You ever seen niggas do that? Or you as a person who ever do that? Take and think because you're sick or something makes you on, and all you gotta do is use more soap, and you're gonna be alright? Well, let's look at the pancreatitis definition. It says pancreatitis is the inflammation of the pancreas, a large gland located behind the stomach.
You're not really that nigga. You want that straight ball.
The condition happens when digestive enzymes activate inside the pancreas instead of the small intestine, causing the organ to irritate and digest itself. Basically, your stomach eating itself a lot, or the gland eating itself a lot, right? And AB, for a long time, it's thought this is a game, or this is a joke. But we literally talking about your life being on the line, black man. See, why are you on stream playing all day, doing a bunch of silly shit, talking crazy, sending and beating people up, being drunk and belligerent, your body is suffering? Let's watch a video of him basically addressing that.
He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Crazy. But you want to drink more water, like in the burger. Badass.
Adrian Broner is only 37 years old. That's it. 37. And he's achieved a lot in his life. But you watch this nigga literally destroy everything through liquor and women. See, this is not passing judgment from a standpoint of, you don't know, or the people who are watching, you don't know. We can see it because y'all want to show everything. And that gift, while he started to make money doing streaming, comes with a curse. Because this could possibly be, and I'm not wishing that on him, Adrian Broner's last days, but we could see basically a documentary, a Truman show, of this nigga ruining his entire life. Big point from AB and B when B confronts him about the drinking.
Yeah, no, I can't explain it to you, bro. Keep doing this stuff, man. Brother. Nah, yeah.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Because I'm not, that shit bad, bro. Right. And you filming it and shit, that shit just bad look, bro.
Pacers trailed by 14.
Yeah, but I'm not finna just condone that shit. Like, you ain't condoning nothing, bro. Stop saying words I can't spell. Now you playing like I'm not playing to you. That's some bullshit. Serious thing.
As a grown-ass man, all of that joking about not being able to spell, being illiterate, is not funny at all. Like, even let's talk about being great for something. Because I remember the clip where AB said, you're an alcoholic like me. And they laughed at it. They thought it was a joke. See, I'm not the person that's going to come from the standpoint of, oh, everything's so serious, but life is. You only get to do this shit once. And while y'all keep playing Russian roulette, y'all thinking it's a game, it really ain't going to be fun if AB drops dead live on stream. AB also had the privilege, and Dean and Green had their privilege, because this is a privilege, to meet Brandy. How y'all think that shit went?
Feeling squeezed? Need cash fast? Bridget's got your back. Get $25 to $500 a minute. No credit check, no interest, no late fees. Download Bridget for free and stress less.
They had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp when it was needed. Nice win.
Watch football live with Fubo, plus over 200 top channels. Stream live TV and sports without cable. Anytime, anywhere. Follow your favorite teams all season long. Get the free Fubo app for your TV, phone, and other devices. Download the Fubo app now to start watching.
Siakam there for the rebound. At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
How do y'all think, if y'all haven't seen the video, I'm going to show the video. But how do y'all think that went? Exactly how you do
So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. A clean win. And one with Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra space.
Hey, give me a portable, Dickie. Somebody give me a portable.
With Grant Hill standing.
Hey, not that shit hit harder now. Hey. Just walk past me, but it's all right.
I didn't walk past you. I spoke to you.
It's all right. Everything is okay now.
Everything is great.
Now,
You okay?
It hit different now. Well, Randy, little brother. I know.
Are you the one that did the song?
No. How you doing?
Oh, okay.
Randy, no, that's
How are you? Nice to see you. Howdy, don't you? It's all good. Go back to my car.
Man, all that, man. How you doing, man? I give you a problem, though. Nigga, chill, bro. Yeah, nigga, but that gotta stop, though, nigga. Nigga. No, What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, nigga? Stop that shit, nigga. Stop that whole ass shit you doing, gang. Come on, let me get it, nigga. For real, bro. Come on, let me get it. Man, I ain't doing no more signal talk.
Even in the face of an R&B film, black music culture icon, he still can't pull it together. And you want to know why? It's psychological. See, while AB is there and he doing all of that shit, at one point in time, AB being who he was, Brandy would have walked in there and be like, oh, wow, I love your fights. I love seeing what you do. But she barely knows who this is, and she still embraced him, said hello to him, but he's still living in the past. He think people supposed to treat him how he used to be, yet he's not doing none of the work that he used to that made people love and like him. Dean the Great is 25 going on 26. AB is 37. They have an opportunity or had an opportunity